wanting to scale your business through paid speaking opportunities, join me and Jess Ekstrom for a workshop on April 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern. In this workshop, we'll talk about how to take advantage of the information that you've gained around building your business and discuss how you can get paid to teach it as a public speaker. Discover your core message as a speaker, learn the ropes of the speaking industry, and come up with a game plan to launch your speaking business. You can buy your $10 workshop ticket at shoplashondabrown.com, or you can become a STAR student for $10 a month to receive entry as well. I know you guys are going to walk away with a ton of information that will empower you to speak and get paid. I'll see you soon on April 25th. Good morning and happy Monday to you. My name is LaShonda Brown. I am a tech educator, YouTube coach, and speaker based in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. And guys, we doing the most this morning. We are attempting to go live on Instagram and inside StreamYard at the same time because I feel so strongly about the topic for today. We are going to have a real conversation about memberships versus courses. I don't know everyone's financial situation, but I would venture to say Q1 probably didn't go as well as it went last year. I would venture to say that most of you are financially behind where you need to be in order to achieve the financial goals that you have for 2024. And so as someone who operates in that CEO mindset, I'm taking the lead for you to have a strategic conversation about what is actually going to help move the needle. What can we practically do to make up for that lost income? What can we practically do given maybe limited time, resources, limited budget to try to generate enough income to get back on track? Now, this is the mindset that I take with my membership, but I'm beginning to revamp how I do these live streams because I think it's more essential to establish myself as a thought leader and to have thoughtful conversations that other people aren't willing to have or aren't willing to have publicly. I'm not concerned about what's behind the paywall because there's so much value. We've got hundreds of videos coming to the app. What I want to do in these live streams is almost have like a mix between a masterclass and almost like a state of the union, right? Let's talk about what's actually impacting us and what can we practically do to fix it. Because it is my desire to be the mentor that I always wanted. And I cannot have coffee dates with all y'all. Ain't got the time, ain't got the funds. So what I can do is go live on Mondays and share what I know, share what I'm seeing, and share my thoughts. All right. So that's what we're going to attempt to do. We've got folks watching on Instagram. We have folks watching on YouTube. I will tell you, I personally believe that YouTube is a better experience. So if you come inside through Instagram and you want to be able to have your comments pop up on screen, just hop over to bootstrapbizadvice.com and that will redirect you to the YouTube channel. The live stream is pinned to the top of the page. Now, I'll do a little bit of housekeeping and then we're just going to hop right on in. I want you guys to go ahead and like this video if you like the topic. Now, technically, you can take away your like after it's over. So I'm going to tell you, go ahead and like it. And if you end up not liking it, feel free to remove your thumb, but you're going to like it. So go ahead and like this video because what that does is it helps to push out the live stream in the YouTube algorithm. YouTube is going to prioritize live streams less than feed videos. So even though the engagement live is better than the engagement I get on a feed video, in order for it to have a similar reach, I need your help engaging on this video. So the simplest thing for you to do is to give it a thumbs up. You can also engage with me in the comments, and because I'm not editing the replay, your comments are going to stay after this live is over. So some of you don't quite know how that works within YouTube, and so I wanted to give you kind of like catch you up to speed info. Okay. Now, I also want to know, before I even start talking about this, which would you pick given the option? Memberships or courses? Now, this is not a hypothetical thing. I want you to think about yourself in real life. If you had to make up a financial deficit from Q1, what would you actually do? Would you launch a membership or would you launch a course? So if you would prefer to do a membership, or if you think you'd have better luck with a membership, put membership in the comments. If you think a course would be a better solution, put course. I'm not even going to look at it right now. I'm going to go back and look after we finish. The other thing I want to remind you all of is when you watch live, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, this code stays up all year round. If y'all want to save some coins, you can always use the code live on YouTube to get 15% off your purchase in my shop. I'm not pressed about that shop. That shop is a resource to you all. So basically what I do is when you guys say, hey, LaShonda, do you have X? If enough people ask me about it, I will create it. I will put it in the shop so that I can be compensated for getting that tool out there. So that's why the countdown timers are there. That's why my script for live stream guests are there. That is in a direct response to things that you guys have emailed me or put in the comments. So if you want to go check it out, see what's in there, there's like 9 products in there. You can go to shoplashandabrown.com and just use the code live on YouTube to get 15% off. That is super helpful for me to see if folks are coming from the live stream and purchasing in my shop, or if they're engaged enough to remember it when they go to buy stuff. So if you show up to my live streams on a regular basis, save yourself the coins and give me the market research by using that code live on YouTube, and that'll get you 15% off. Now I have a few slides to get you guys just kind of up to speed with what's happening in my universe, and then we'll start talking about the topic. Now, I was interested to see this happen on the back end of my YouTube channel. I realized that the vast majority of my top performing videos are years old. Years. I literally screenshotted it so you could see when the videos were published. So if you see the title of the video directly underneath, it shows you when it was posted to my channel. A lot of you do not have the right perspective with your YouTube channel. You are looking for short-term gains when it comes to AdSense. AdSense is a long-term play. Now, there are other ways that you can make money faster with your YouTube channel, but this is the truth. This is not just what's getting me the most views right now. This is what's generating the most income. You will also see something in common with all of those thumbnails. They're all Canva related. So at the end of the day, when it comes to my YouTube channel, the vast majority of the traffic, listen to what I'm saying, the vast majority of the traffic is coming for Canva. But it's transactional traffic. They are coming for an answer to a Canva question, but they're staying for community and they're staying for my personality and my teaching style, okay? People coming from my Canva tutorials are not pulling out their card unless it's to sign up for Canva Pro. I can see the data, okay? So Canva videos on my channel is my way of leveraging a recognizable brand and explaining to people what the heck it is that I do for a living. I am a tech educator, but just saying a new term doesn't establish what it is that I do. So I use the brand Canva as a way to anchor what I am saying. So when I go speak at a conference, when I am generating content for the channel, if I am trying to increase traffic to the channel, it will probably be a Canva tutorial. But over time, you're going to see less Canva and more Bootstrap Biz Advice. When the app rolls out, I am going to transition my strategy because I will have a low ticket offer that will involve people coming to my ecosystem. I'm not going to rely on Canva's brand forever in terms of generating traffic, but I want you to understand the strategy. Many of us have something like that in our industry that we can use to anchor what it is that we're saying. Could it be Honeybook? Could it be Flowdesk? Could it be ClickUp or whatever it is that you love as a tech tool? Could you utilize their recognizable brand as an anchor to your channel to bring people in? Now you have to talk about it from the perspective of your industry, but could you bring them in with that brand as kind of the bait and get them to stay because of your personality and everything else you do? So if you are struggling with making AdSense revenue, if you are struggling with increasing your traffic, it could be because you don't have any anchor content by leveraging a bigger brand to get people on your page, okay? So I say all that to say because we are going to do a very strategic workshop this Saturday. Y'all know I don't typically work on a Saturday, but I know a lot of you watching work during the week and you're unable to attend a session at 1 p.m. on a workday. So this is for you. This is for you. I need you to go to lashondabrown.com and sign up if your content isn't converting. Conversion in my mind means AdSense revenue. It means increased traffic to your offers. It means generating passive income for your business, attracting brands. If your channel isn't doing that, you need to learn how to set this up. This isn't about just having a big channel. I don't even have 30K on my channel. Okay. So I don't have a YouTube plaque. I'm not on YouTube's radar, but I'm getting paid and I have a team of 6 and there is a strategy behind it. And I'm doing my best to try to teach you guys how to do this, okay? So if your content isn't converting, this is what you need to sign up for. This will be live on Saturday, but you will also see the YouTube workshops from 2024 where you can sign up to watch the replay. We did a workshop about subscribers. We did a workshop about watch time. We did a workshop about how to set up your channel, what tech tools you should be using. Like, I'm really trying to be specific. So what I did was I created a landing page on my website and I'm making it so you guys can go and sign up for the replays or the most recent live workshop whenever you want. Okay. Now, when we have the app, this is going to be inside of the app and that's a whole nother story. But for now, I'm bootstrapping it with the landing page on my Squarespace site. Okay. So if you missed a past YouTube workshop, or your content's not converting, get in the room. It's free 99. Those are the reels that I'm running right now on my Instagram. So just get in the room, guys. Like, I'm doing my best to try to help because I know times are hard. So I'm not even charging you to be in the room, but you do have to go and sign up. All right. So I want to be very intentional about always shouting out my members because you guys are kind of the lifeblood of Bootstrap Biz Advice. Your questions become the videos that I post. Your memberships have kind of evened things out for me in terms of cash flow. And so I want to make sure that I intentionally express gratitude for you guys and show you by name when I show up on my live streams. So my star students are folks who pay $10 a month to attend our monthly workshops. And I'll explain who our guest expert is going to be this month. And the Bootstrap creators are service providers who want me to walk with them in growing their YouTube channel. It's specifically designed for service providers wanting to leverage YouTube. So if that's not what you're into, you're not going to like the membership. But I am so grateful for all of you. We keep growing. I had to go in and edit this graphic again because of the birthday rate that we were running went so well. I also left that up until the end of today because I noticed with the open rate, a lot of you did not open the email. And I didn't want to get a ton of emails about y'all missing a discount. So the membership is $34 a month until the end of today. It goes back up to $50 tomorrow. So if you have been thinking about getting my help with your channel, you want to be a part of a community that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to support you and encourage you, that's what Bootstrap Creators is. Our guest expert is Jess Ekstrom. Jess Ekstrom is a Forbes top-rated speaker. She's a 2-time best-selling author. Jess is a friend of mine. She's in North Carolina, and she is phenomenal about helping women get paid to speak. There's so many opportunities out there. She sends out speaking opportunities that you can apply for on like a weekly basis, and I'm bringing her in to teach. I've been wanting her to come in for a long time, but she is balancing her second pregnancy, her little one, traveling, speaking, and we were able to find a time to make this happen. So if you are wanting to get paid to speak and you don't have a plan for that, let's be honest, you ain't got no plan, but you got a dream. I want you in the room. Now, here's the deal. My workshops are cheap as crap. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. They're $10. So it's either $10 a month to be a star student to get access to this workshop and all my past replays, or just straight up $10 in the shop. And then you can use that code and get your 15% off. So we're talking $850 to learn how to get paid to speak. It ain't gonna get no cheaper than that. I can tell you right now, no one is willing to do this. And I'm able to make education accessible and affordable because tech companies I partner with are paying the actual bills, okay? So if you want to get paid to speak and you do not have a plan, you want to be at this workshop, all right? So super excited she's coming. I think it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be taking all the notes. And I hope you guys bring something to write with too. If you sign up, you do get a replay, but I like to handwrite things to make it easy to remember. All right. And this was crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm still baffled that this happened. Many of you know that I say over and over and over again, I want to be known for my reckless generosity. I am steady giving away something for free, whether it is a giveaway or it's a live stream, masterclass, whatever. Bob Burg co-wrote the book, The Go-Giver. The Go-Giver is an international best-selling book. Over 1 million copies. Like, some of you don't know who Bob Burg is, but like for real, the man is top tier. Somehow, through some random stream of live stream / LinkedIn events, Bob Burg agreed to come on my live stream. I don't even know, y'all. This is a year of shoot my shot, and at this point, like, I feel like I'm getting real good. Like I'm shocking myself. So next week, Monday at 10, I'm gonna have a guest, an unexpected guest. Bob Burg is coming, y'all. So I have created an event on LinkedIn. If you want to RSVP so you can remember to show up, go to LinkedIn and RSVP for it. We're going to go live on Instagram, LinkedIn, and on YouTube. But that's nuts. That's nuts. I cannot believe that happened. So I'm excited. So Bob Burg will be coming next Monday, and then the following Monday we'll do our monthly strategy report where I walk back and look at April and see what worked, what didn't work, and just have a candid conversation. And y'all know Instagram is not my friend right now, so they about to get dragged in a couple weeks, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still here. All right. So this is the topic for today. Super excited. We have 20 people watching this live right now, which is freaking awesome. So let us see who is watching on the tube. All right, we've got, Darlene said happy birthday. Thank you so much. You guys were over the top this year. Thank you so much. It was so nice. I went to the farmer's market outside. I went to an indoor market at La Vida. I went for a walk by the river and then had some seafood and went to sleep. It was great. It was great. So I thank you for it. I also went to the night of worship at Liberty last night and it was phenomenal. So like I feel so filled, so relaxed, so refreshed. So it was awesome. We've got here, good morning, LaShonda and fellow students and members. Good morning. Good morning. We've got a good morning from Treasure Island in Florida. You are so welcome. Morning from Chicago. Oh, we have some new branding here. We have a new title, ma'am. We love to see it. Chronically Tech Inspired. So good. So good. We just had a strategy session, so I love seeing our members implement. So good. Love that. Okay, so I'm seeing here, y'all. Okay, so first and foremost, Darlene is conflicted. So she's conflicted. Pamela said course. Sharice said courses. We've got membership. So you guys are kind of split on this. We have, hey, first live. I'm so glad you could make it. Okay, so you guys are split down the middle, which proves to me that this is definitely something we got to talk about because it's not so clear cut, right? It's not so clear cut. So let us kick off the conversation with this important point. No matter what you sell online, you will always have an easier time communicating the value if there is a community aspect. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up this QR code and then we're gonna talk about this point, okay? Here's the deal. This is not even just a pandemic conversation. This is a how do I position myself to encourage people who have never met me in real life that I am worth the cost that I have communicated, okay? And I just feel like when you are trying to sell online and you have absolutely no contact with the people buying from you, you know, you are posting on Instagram, you're posting on Facebook, you're posting on TikTok, and you have never really engaged them in a conversation. Like you don't really know what their problems are. You don't really know what their budgets look like. You don't really know what's happening in their lives. It always falls flat. And people don't talk about the reason why. The reason why your products fall flat is because people need to feel that they have been a part of the process of creating what it is that you sell. They need to feel like you see them, that you hear them, that you get it. Okay? Because ultimately there's so many different options on the internet, and it's like, how do you differentiate between, okay, all y'all selling an Instagram course? How do I decide between 10 different options? Well, maybe I'll narrow it down by choosing someone based on someone who maybe physically looks like me. Like they themselves are a girl, I'm a girl. Like maybe I think they'll relate on me on that level. Or maybe they are 6-figure, 7-figure, whatever, and I have aspirations to make more money. That will only take you so far. What is actually going to help you to sell without stress or just dumping money into ads is to actually have a relationship with your audience. Now, I'm not talking unhealthy parasocial relationship where you feel like you're about to be stalked every other day. Like I'm talking about, if I see your name in a comment, I recognize it. If I see your name in my inbox, I know exactly who you are, or at least I have an idea. When I see your name popping up in the chat on somebody else's webinar, I'm like, oh, Bootstrap fam, like I know that name, like I know that channel, I know that handle. Like if you don't have that type of relationship with your audience, you need not sell anything. And I'm telling, this is a straight up real talk. Y'all know I got a fire lit underneath me because I'm tired of people pretending like selling online is the easiest thing to do. The easiest thing for you to do is get a job. That's the easiest thing. For you to have a skill set and for you to trade your time for money, that's the easiest way to make money. Making money selling online isn't easy, but there is no ceiling. So you accept the hard for the potential payoff, right? But in order for you to be successful, you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. And not enough people are expressing to you the importance of community. People crave a sense of belonging, whether you are in person or online. They want to feel like they aren't just a number to you. That when they buy from you, that you notice, that when they cancel, that you notice, like they want to feel seen and heard. And so if all you're doing is creating crap, thinking that it's a solution to a problem, thinking that somebody will buy it, thinking that, well, I priced it so low, it's a no-brainer, and then it goes nowhere, that's why. That is why. So before I even get into the freaking options, I need for you to understand the importance of community. And community has nothing to do with your niche. Community is about who you are. Because if you focus on getting people to buy into you, as you have to pivot, as time goes on, if you have to pivot from doing stuff in person to online or hybrid or whatever, your audience will go with you. Because they're connected to you, not your logo, not your branding, not your website, to you. If I decided tomorrow, I won't be doing this, but if I decided tomorrow that I'm all about that, network marketing life, that I want to be a part of somebody's Mary Kay situation, not many of you are going to come over because you probably have a solution for that service, but most of you will consider it because you're like, you know what? I don't really need that lipstick. I don't really need that lotion, but I want to support LaShonda because the times are so hard that she's pivoting that hard. Like I want to help her out because she's invested in me. I need you to understand the true value of having a content marketing strategy is getting people to feel like you are going to be the same person in person that you are online. Some of y'all, I'm not going to name no names, but some of y'all are pretending to be something online. You're trying to be the bougie bestie online. You got your beat to the gods, you're wearing your name brand, designer, whatever. But then I meet you at a conference and you're actually a Maxinista. You actually were rocking designer clothes and designer this and designer that because it was gifted to you. But when push comes to shove and you have to pay for it, your budget is more TJ Maxx budget, not Nordstrom budget. And there's nothing wrong with that. But here's what I'm saying. That disconnect makes me feel like I can't trust you. That disconnect makes me feel like I don't know you. And that disconnect makes me feel skeptical. And so you guys are trying to present yourself online as this glamorized, elevated version of yourself, thinking that what people want from you is prim and polished and perfect. But what we actually want is real. We actually want to feel like we're buying from a real person who will really provide the service or product that they're marketing when I put my credit card number in there. That goes back to community. I have met up with bootstrappers in real life. We've done photo shoots. We've gone up the mountain. We've gone to the farmer's market. And the one thing that I hear them say over and over and over again is, you the same in person, girl. That's who you are. You love the farmer's market, girl. You love a frolic, a frolic in the woods. Like, you love some TJ Maxx. You love your coupons. You top 1% of CVS shoppers and you're not ashamed. Like, people know what they're gonna get when they meet me in person. And that consistency, that through line is so foundational. It's so foundational. You might feel like, well, my life is too mundane. Well, people want to aspire to be like me, to buy from me. We're over that. Nobody wants that anymore. So take that pressure off yourself, sweetheart. Take it off. Don't nobody care. I mean, inflation has leveled the playing field. We don't actually care about that. We would rather you be honest about what your day actually looks like. We would actually like to know that you're rocking a 9 to 5 and that's the number one investor in your business, rather than you faking the funk and acting like you making 6 figures when you're not there yet. We want to relate to you. We want to see you grow. We want to celebrate your wins, but you got to be honest about it. So whether you are selling a membership or selling a course, they are buying into you. And if you are pretending to be somebody that you're not in an effort to sell more, eventually it's going to catch up to you. Eventually, you're going to feel yourself with all this unnecessary stress and anxiety because who you are in real life doesn't match your own internet persona, and you are struggling keeping up with yourself. Take that pressure off. So that's your Mama Shonda moment. We're going to get into some practical stuff now, but I always like to set intentions and express to you guys how I view things before I get into what you should be doing. So that's my stance on it. I want to meet you guys in person and to feel like, oh girl, I already know you. I know what you like to drink. I know what you like to eat. Like, I know you. And I know we haven't met in person, but like, you're so genuine, like you feel like a long lost friend, not an internet stranger. Okay, that is so essential. So now that we have set the tone and I have just put myself out there, woo, if y'all still here, y'all still here. Actually, we gained some people. So we thank the Lord for it. Okay, so here's the reality. Done for you, selling your time for money is the easiest way to get started. So if you're thinking membership or course is the way to make up your deficit, I want you to stop right there and seriously think about whether or not you can handle, if you have the bandwidth, to simply sell your time for money. I told y'all earlier, the easiest way for you to make money is to sell your time for money. That's what typical traditional employment is. I got time, you got money, let's switch, okay? You can do that in the small business world, and you don't have to do this crazy rollout. You don't need another website. You don't need another logo. Just create something inside your Calendly or link it to a Flowdesk checkout, something simple, okay? If this is about fixing a deficit, you don't need something as intense as a membership or course. What you need is just to sell your time for money. So you can leverage tools like Flowdesk and Calendly to eliminate the wasted time while you grow your audience. Sometimes it's an audience size problem, right? Sometimes you just need more eyeballs. And so while you're growing, because YouTube is a long-term game, then it's like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and do some strategy sessions right quick to just give myself some more runway, because I didn't actually set aside 6 months of savings before I jumped ship. So let me just do that for right now. Humble yourself to do what you need to do to provide for yourself. No one is impressed by you burning out or going out of business. You have other options before you get there, okay? So if that's where you at, just, it's fine. It's a temporary thing. It's a promotion. It's a special. Like, you do not invest into a separate website and branding and all this stuff and feel like you got to launch that. Nobody needs all of that. No, and nobody even needs to know what your P&L looks like. You just need to say, this is about what is the shortest path from I need money to I got money. That's all we're doing here, okay? So I'm telling you right now, people see you and your expertise, and it is so much easier for them to go, oh, she's just gonna do it for me? Oh, bet, let's do it. They don't want to learn as the first choice. If that's what you're offering, they'll take it. But it's easier to just tell people, like, if you stress, I'll just do it for you. Like, that's a simple thing to communicate. So if it's about what is the quickest path from I need money to I got money, what can you package? 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. I would encourage you not to go any higher than 60 minutes, okay? This is not about you tethering yourself to the computer. This is about you taking care of your cash flow problem, okay? So I would say 60 minutes is the top of that tier, all right? So the next thing I would suggest is a done with you. If you're like, sis, I am not doing no more one-on-ones. You say one-on-ones and I start to twitch, it's just not what I'm about, then consider a done with you solution. Now, hear what I said. This is what comes after done for you, okay? So if for some reason that's just not what you want to rock with, try done with you, okay? You can scale back on those one-to-ones and do something in a group setting or a cohort-based course, okay? Hear me out. So this is like one step above, done for you. And this is about eliminating the demands on your time, all right? So it's going to take some more work for you to do this. However, in the long run, it may be less of a time investment or less drain on your energy. So you know what you're working with. So what I want to communicate with the small group coaching is I would say 4 to 6 is the biggest group you want in a small group setting. Because think about it practically speaking. If you have 60 minutes, 4 to 6 gives people 15 or 10 minutes to have their thoughts, their concerns, their opinions heard. You start loading in more people than that in a small group, and now you're diluting the value of the experience. And at that point, I would have preferred to just work with you one-on-one. So don't look at that strategy and go, well, I'll just get a bunch of people in my group, because that's going to be draining on you to manage, and that's going to be a subpar experience for them. So keep it small. The good thing about the cohort-based course is there is a sense of a deadline and community involved. You saying, okay, just like college, it's spring semester, it's fall semester, and this is what we're doing. For this amount of time, I'm committing to this amount of time. With the cohort-based model, you could probably get away with teaching it live and not even having to pre-record all the stuff for the course, okay? Because of that in-person or personal interaction with you, you could also spend less time overall selling it, prepping it, fulfilling it, because you can kind of take care of questions in real time, right? So you can have an outline for your cohort. You can have a vision for what the outcomes are going to be. You got to be clear about the learning objectives, but you could say, okay, for the next 4 weeks, we are going to talk about how to increase traffic to your offers and generate passive income with the YouTube channel. We're going to talk about how to structure your channel, how to market your channel, how to manage your channel, how to scale your channel. And every week we're going to show up, Wednesdays at 2 for the live training. And I have office hours every other Friday. Other than you structuring what you're going to talk about and having a very clear outline for your course and learning objectives, you're not spending thousands of dollars filming the course or tons of hours in creating these modules. So to me, done with you is less stressful. And done with you gives you live feedback from your students that can inform the next version of the course, right? When you create a course without input from your students, you're going to miss the gaps in your instructional design. Like, you are not the student, you're the teacher. So there may be some common sense questions that you could just answer in a module that you will not think about unless you hear from them. And so, yes, it means you got to show up for a Zoom call or whatever platform you're using. But ultimately, I think it's going to increase the outcomes for your students and make it easier for you to film the course later. Okay, so done with you is an option. You could do a low price membership. Okay. I don't know. At this Harney, what in the world? I was typing real fast. That was Journey. Let's fix that. We need not be janky on the internet. There we go, friends. Okay. Typos really bother me. All right. You could also do a low price membership at this point in your entrepreneur journey. Okay. Low price memberships are the bomb. That's where Star Student came from. I'm going to do a workshop once a month. It's going to happen. And so I'm thinking, okay, how can I create a low price membership that's almost like a no-brainer for people? And the value in doing the membership, the Star Student membership versus just buying the ticket in the workshop or in the digital product shop is that you get access to all the replays from past workshops. Okay. So at this point in this year, in January, we did a workshop about rates and media kits. In February, we did a workshop about AI. In March, we did a workshop about growth marketing. As the year goes on, that membership will become more and more valuable because there will be more and more replays available for people immediately when they become a member. So you become a member for the $10 a month and you immediately get access to everything that's there. And then the current month, you get to show up for the live recording and ask questions in real time. You also don't have to go to my shop every single month when I drop a new workshop to make sure that you have a seat in the room and I cap the capacity at 100 people. And so my thing is this, when you have a low price membership, it makes it so much easier to market. I am seeing 7, 8-figure entrepreneurs promoting a $7 membership. When you have a lower price membership, you also have lower expectations about what people are going to get. You don't expect to get a Ferrari for a Toyota price. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just obvious in the pricing that it's like, oh, well, I don't expect to be getting no one-on-one with LaShonda for no $10 a month, but we thank the Lord for it. You know what I mean? Like, people understand that I shouldn't expect, to get this, valet service when I'm only paying you $10 a month. However, the $10 a month has value and it eliminates time that I have to invest going in your shop every month and seeing what you got going on. Girl, I just want to support you. $10 a month, girl, I can't even get two cups of coffee a month for $10 a month. So yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. And what I like about doing it that way is it's less pressure for everybody. When you operate your business out of a place of ease, it impacts how you show up online. If you are super stressed about how you're presenting yourself online, I can feel it, I can see it, and I don't like it. I got enough stress on my own. Girl, I need to show up and be encouraged by you, be excited by you, have fun because I'm hanging out with you. The stress is not helpful. Okay. So sometimes you will choose marketing strategies in your business simply because it's less stressful. It creates less anxiety. And maybe it's a lower price point, but it's easier for you to sell because it feels like a no-brainer. Like, you have got to check your energy when you put stuff out online. If you feel uncomfortable selling something for $1,000, why is it priced at that point? Reduce some of the value so you can reduce the price. Like, you need to feel confident that what you're asking for is comparable to what people will receive. Like, you just have to be honest about it. Like, is it worth $10 a month? If it's not, add value or lower the price. It's not that complicated. So here's the thing. Before we get to my last thing, you can facilitate your group coaching through a course platform, or you can beta test your membership with Buy Me a Coffee, or directly in YouTube, or you can leverage member areas. The reason why I'm giving you all these options is to say this. They might become a sponsor one day, but y'all don't need to be paying for Kajabi right away. I'm going to just say it straight up. That's some expensive software. And you need to test this stuff out on your audience before you pay for top tier services or software. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay. So a course platform like a Teachable, I think GetFit, what have you, they have lower tier pricing for lower volume. Okay. So you can utilize a course platform so that people have like the modules, they have the resources, and you can see like, are they even actually interested in this? So maybe you evolve to being in an expensive software like Kajabi, but you don't start there. Or you can do like what I did, and you can beta test it and buy me a coffee for free, see if people are even willing to pay for it, and then transition to something else. YouTube directly has memberships where you can have video content behind a paywall. And so all you have to do is select member content and people can pay directly in the app to be a member. You see this a lot for channels that are like exercise based. So like the Fitness Marshall, probably every 3 months I end up signing up for his thing and then deleting it because I don't end up doing them. But it's directly in the app. So that's an option. Squarespace has member areas. So if you have a Squarespace site, you could do that. So there's so many alternatives before you just go paying for something expensive. We are trying to increase your cash flow, not increase your expenses. Okay. So again, so much of this goes back to humble yourself. Okay. Yes, I'm doing so much manually with Buy Me a Coffee, but the software is free. Okay. And I'm gonna get right. Y'all know this. I've told you this, but I am not going to pay for any more software until I know you guys are going to utilize it and until I know what features you want it to have. So do it yourself, in my opinion, is the last thing you should launch. A DIY course without support from you or a community is the last thing you should be putting on the market. So courses are great, but when you don't have office hours or some type of live teaching or community, what you're telling people is, I want you to pay for some YouTube videos and some PDFs. And we need to be honest about that. There is value in consolidating videos and resources on a topic, but ultimately, people are going to have lower outcomes if they can't interact with you. If I am, buying a course that I'm consuming on my own time, cool, that's great. But if I can't ask you a question, or if I can't type in a community and ask the group, well, that's going to have lower outcomes than a done with you or done for you. So in my opinion, you do a DIY course, something that's completely removed from community, when you are so busy that this is the best way that you can scale your time. Now, to fix that, if you really want to do a course, then just infuse that community back in it. But just know it's less valuable without it. A course is less valuable without a community aspect. So this like dream of like, oh, money and time freedom is just awaiting me if I just launch a course. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's harder to sell. It's harder for people to be successful. It's harder for people to finish because they're doing it in a vacuum. Nobody knows if I finish this course. Nobody can answer my questions. Nobody cares. How many courses have you purchased and not finished? I know I'm right. I have a course graveyard from the past, 6 to 7 years because they didn't have a community aspect and I didn't feel like they cared. A community aspect is not just a Facebook group. You have to moderate it. Okay. So at the end of the day, yes, that gives you the most time freedom, but it's harder for your students to get the outcomes. So another way you could bridge that gap is to say, okay, I know it's going to be harder for you. So I'm going to factor in an incentive if you finish the course. I'm going to be way more extensive with the modules. So I cover all of the questions you will probably have. And that's how I'm getting around it. But it's harder. The course is harder. Can you make the money that way? Yes. But it's harder for everyone. I'm just being honest. So here is my approach, and then I'm going to hit the comments. My approach is I proved my membership model in Q1 with Buy Me a Coffee. Okay. We have over 60 members. I have proved the point. I am addressing a need and you guys are willing to pay for it. Thus, I am going through the effort of migrating. I am missing the two, migrating to Uscreen in Q2. Okay. So we are going to be launching this app, Lord willing, before the end of Q2. Okay. The goal in this month is to migrate 200 plus YouTube videos and recordings to the app, to move our members from Buy Me a Coffee to the app in May, and to open it up, Lord willing, in June for new people to join. Okay. So that's the game plan. All right. I'm going to roll out courses in Q3 inside of the membership. Now that's the advanced level of this, okay? When I already have an engaged membership, I can just give them a survey and say what y'all want. Y'all want a StreamYard course? Y'all want a Canva course? Y'all want a Flowdesk course? I can simply ask the paying members, what do you want? Then I can add the course to the app, and then I can market the course to the public and say, hey, just added a new course to the membership. If you would like to become a member, you'll get access to this brand new course. Here are the modules. Here's da. You'll also get access to over 200 YouTube videos ad free. You'll get access to our monthly live streams, right? Like, it's going to be so much easier for me to create the course when we already have community, when I already have a relationship, than to start with the course in a vacuum, knowing it's going to be harder for everybody involved. Okay. So I'm communicating this. I hope it made sense, but I'm telling you right now, things have changed. And if you don't change with it, you will find yourself beating yourself against the wall until you just give up, either burn out or just get a job. And so I'm trying to communicate to you that there are other options, but so much of it goes back to humility and community and authenticity. 3 things. Okay. So be real about who you are. If the situation is, girl, Q1 was not what it was supposed to be. It was not giving what it was supposed to give. And so we gotta do something. So for this month only, special rate, 60-minute consults. Let's go. Or it's, hey guys, we're going to do a low price membership. I'm really good at XYZ. You want to learn it? Hop on in. $10 a month, $20 a month, what have you. Do what you got to do. But the last thing I want you doing is creating a course. But courses will make money if they're made by your members. If your members are like, girl, we've been asking for this. We've been struggling. Can you do a course on YouTube analytics? Because I don't know where to look. I don't know how to read it. I don't know how to make content based on it. Can you do a deep dive? That's going to be so much more successful for the members and for new people coming in than me just going, oh, what the world needs is a course on Canva presentations, because people are watching my Canva videos. So clearly that's what they want. No, they don't want to pay for that. They don't want to pay for that. And so I know that about y'all. I know that y'all click on my links. I know that you use my discount codes. I know that you enjoy my approach to business. And so that's why you're here. You're not here because I have the biggest channel. You're not here because you think I have the biggest bank account. In fact, you kind of like the fact that I'm really honest about where I'm at. And I know that. Like, I understand who I teach and who I'm helping. And I have that clarity because I have a membership and we talk. We talk all the time, whether it's async, whether it's in DMs on Instagram, in my email, like I know y'all. And so I'm able to strategically create content that meets your needs because I know them. And you have got to stop underestimating the power of knowing your audience. It's not about the size of your audience. It's about the work that you've done to actually engage them. So you can become a member. The discount goes away tomorrow. I told y'all. I done emailed you twice. So don't you be coming in my inbox on Tuesday saying, can I get that $34? I turned 34 on Saturday. Okay. The birthday's over, but I'm being nice. So if you want to join for $34 to become a Bootstrap creator, you can go to lashondabrown.com/coffee. It's going to send you to buy me a coffee. Even if you just want to go to buy me a coffee to be nosy, go forth. Be great. Don't care. So you can scan the QR code, you can go to that link. You can also become a star student to get access to the past replays and to get a ticket to Jess's workshop. If you want to generate passive income or just straight up income from being paid to speak, this is a great way for you to get this training. So that's available, okay? There is not a lack of information coming from me, but you got to implement and you got to be in the room. And that's the reality of it. I hope this was useful. We've got 10 more minutes before I land the plane. If you are watching live on YouTube, I thank you. We have gotten up to 25 people live right now, and we're at the 50-minute mark, which is crazy. So for those of you who are only live streaming for like 10, 20 minutes, you're missing out, guys. You're missing out. People will watch it. It's like a live podcast, okay? So you got to get better about showing up for a longer period of time because people come and go. People are going to come and go. I can see the replay time. Most people in the replay don't get to this far or don't get this far, but the live experience, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to be able to just prop the phone up or open up a tab on your computer and to hear the information. Okay. So many of you, if you're utilizing live streaming for your channel, you're probably not live streaming long enough. And that's the truth. Okay. So if you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. I would actually love to know, for those of you who are still here, what is one goal you have this week for your biz or your YouTube channel? I know not all of you are on YouTube, so it doesn't have to be YouTube related, but it's Monday morning. We really need to start the week with some excitement about something we're actually trying to accomplish. Back in the day, we used to do work with me sessions. I realized y'all just want to learn. So I want to root for you this week. What are you actually trying to do? Give me one thing that you're trying to do to move the needle. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and hop over and see what you got going on. Let's see here. Okay, I'm in for membership. Yes. And I'm telling you, if you guys just go to LashondaBrown.com/buymeacoffee, I actually get $5 every time you guys create a free account. So even if that's what you're doing, if you're trying to encourage other people to start a tip jar and a little membership, you can make passive income just by referring people to buy me a coffee. So there's so much out there, guys. There's too much. You are speaking facts, be relatable, and establish relationship. Establish relationship. Okay. And I believe, Pamela, are you a member? I think did you just join? Your name looks very familiar, but like, it's so important, guys. We got some great advice. Low price membership, low entry, lower energy. I love that recap, right? Yes, it's going to be a lower ticket, but we also love some low energy. Okay. Lex has her channel, Low Energy Leads. And sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves. We do not have the energy to be launching right now. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't have the energy to be learning from any and everybody. I paid for something recently and I'm like, why did we do that? Like, why? But why? And that's okay. We all do it. We go, oh, well, maybe I don't know everything about XYZ. So let me pay to get that information from that person. Sometimes we just need to do the thing and ask questions. Ask questions to our audience. You don't need to just load in more PDFs and more trainings and more podcasts. Sometimes you just need to do the thing. We got This is Teaching. This is a masterclass. Love that. Awesome. I was wondering where the courses go. The course graveyard. Yikes. But real talk. Thank you, Lashonda. Yes. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Launch my community portal this week. Yes, we are going to meet. Okay, I'm so excited. I know we said 24 minutes, but it's going to be jam-packed. I'm so excited. So that's going to be great. That was one of my little ideas when I went to Signature CEO. I was like, let me see if I did a 24-minute session for $240. Like, could I get people to opt into that? My $500 sessions for an hour. I don't move that many in a month. I'm curious, how would that go? And so I've got some folks coming up that we're going to be doing these really quick strategy sessions, but I've still given them the questionnaire so I can be super prepared for that one-on-one time and we can do a deep dive into their brand. So yeah, it's less time overall, but it's still going to produce high outcomes for them. So I'm super excited about that. Okay, I'm working on YouTube research to start my channel and set it up. Make sure you check out that free workshop I did on YouTube channel setup for 2024. There's some new features that you need to toggle on that are not automatically turned on. They keep changing stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. So check that out. You can find that on my website. Everything is at LaShondaBrown.com, guys. I know I do a lot, but LaShondaBrown.com, every morning I go through my site and I tweak what you see because I want to make sure that everything you need is there. Okay. So if you're looking for something and you're like, girl, I don't remember what you said, it's probably on LaShondaBrown.com. It probably is. So for those of you who liked it before I even started talking, thank you. And for those who have not liked it yet, give me that thumbs up if this was valuable. We have 33 people watching right now, which is nuts to me. So this communicates to me that y'all really wanted to hear this topic. It's time for me to start planning May content, May lives. So if there is a topic that you want to see addressed in May, let me know in the comments. I really wanted to do a membership, but I think it would generate passive, stable income for me and high value for my members. But all my business friends that did that eventually got themselves a burnout. Yes. Okay. Membership burnout is usually a direct result of people offering too much. People want community first. Okay. So offer community, show up at a consistent rate. If it's every week, if it's every other week, then establish that from the beginning. If you show up more, you can always do more. But if you start with the most, the only way you can go is to burn out. That's just how it works. So if you want to do the membership and you don't want to burn out, start with lower commitments on your time, add bonuses as you have the energy and time for it, and you'll probably be better off. Okay. That is why Star Student is so simple. You get one workshop a month. I'm going to do the workshop anyway. It's simple, $10 a month. Then Bootstrap Creators was based on feedback. I actually had a membership tier that I discontinued because I could tell it wasn't quite hitting like I wanted to. So Bootstrap Creators is the second iteration of me trying to help people with their YouTube channels and with their businesses. So that's my best advice on that front, is that if you are afraid of burnout inside of a membership model, it's probably because you've committed too much of your time to your members. They actually want community more than they want your content. So start with that in mind. Okay. Finalize service offerings now that I have revamped my branding. Love that. That's a great goal. My goal is to get more research on my membership and course. This was great. However, I have some thinking to do. I love that point. Y'all need to think this through. I can say all these things all day long because I already have a plan. But my strategy, my, Q1 beta test, Q2 roll out the app, Q3 roll out courses, I didn't just stumble into that. This has been months in the making. So at least give yourself to Friday to simmer on this. You don't need to implement today just because I told you so. All right. Think about it. Consult business partners if needed. Consult your friends. Talk to Jesus. But you don't have to immediately roll something out today. Okay. Sometimes we get this pressure on ourselves that we feel the need to implement immediately, and ain't nobody asking for that. Okay. There are things happening in the world. No one is hankering for you to have a new offer right now. So give yourself grace, give yourself time, think it through, and apply what's in alignment with your budget, with your time, and with your values, and it's going to perform better. Okay. So just because I got you fired up doesn't mean you immediately need to go to the kitchen. Okay. Simmer, reflect, maybe journal, touch some grass, go for a walk. But yeah, you don't have to do something right now. Just want to be clear about that. Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm a member of God and Gigs and follow you. Okay, yes. Okay. I was like, I know your name. Okay, so you're in Alan's community too. I love that. Love that. So good. Okay, friends. So do not forget, you can use that code in the shop to purchase your ticket to Jess's workshop. And next week, we will have Burg here to talk about the power of giving. So until next time, ta-ta for now.
If you have been wanting to scale your business through paid speaking opportunities, join me and Jess Ekstrom for a workshop on April 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern. In this workshop, we'll talk about how to take advantage of the information that you've gained around building your business and discuss how you can get paid to teach it as a public speaker. Discover your core message as a speaker, learn the ropes of the speaking industry, and come up with a game plan to launch your speaking business. You can buy your $10 workshop ticket at shoplashondabrown.com, or you can become a STAR student for $10 a month to receive entry as well. I know you guys are going to walk away with a ton of information that will empower you to speak and get paid. I'll see you soon on April 25th.